To the channel, and today we are going to talk about a problem on finding a sum of any contiguous subarrays. So let's quickly go through the problem statement. It says, given an array of positive numbers and positive number k, find the maximum sum of any contiguous subarrays of size k. To clearly define it, so if I give an input like 2, 1, 5, 1, 3, 2, what are the contiguous subarrays? It is first one is 2, 1, 5, and then you have 1, 5, 1, again 5, 1, 3, and 1, 3, 2. So the condition is if the size is given as 3. So these are the arrays. If the size can be 2, then your arrays will be 2, 1, 1, 5. So you got the concept correct when we are saying like contiguous subarrays. So let's stick to an example with k equal to 3 and let's try to solve it. So I've written a dummy method. What it does, it finding maximum sum, it takes input as an array and it takes a size which could be 1, 2, 3, anything. And it returns the sum. So sum is 9. And for now I have a dummy variable which says sum equal to 0 and sum, and this is the statement which we are trying to make sure like our method is returning correctly. So if I run it, it gives me a sum as 0. So let's start writing. So what exactly we need to do? So I'm going to tell you like the initial approach is the brute force, and then we'll see if we can actually work on this to make this algorithm better. So let's start with the very basic approach. I will have outer index that will be starting with 0, and it will go till, I'll explain you. Let me write it, array dot count minus size, and this is my outer loop. I'll explain why it is array count minus size. And now another thing what I need is another for loop which will be inner index, and that will start from where it will start. It will start with outer index and it will go till, what is the size, index, outer index plus size. So I'll explain these for loops how it will work. This outer loop we need array count minus size. So array count is how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minus 3. So outer loop we will go till 0 to 3. For this specific example. And inner loop, so when it is 0 for the first scenario, it will be 0 from inner index and outer index is 0. Let me define 0 plus size. So 0 plus size is, what is it? 3. So since our index starts from 0, it will be going 0 to 2. I hope this is clear. So here we say count, you could see here we do less than. So these loops are understood correct. So let's write quickly what we should do. So I'll go where inner sum equal to 0. So what I'll do is outer I will take 2 and I'll plus it with 2, 1, 5. I'll save that in inner sum. Then I'll take 1, 5, 1. I'll save it at inner sum, and maximum sum I'll keep on maintaining. So as of now, both are 0. And what inner sum will be, I will say inner sum plus equal to array of inner index. Okay. So plain and simple, what we did, we calculated maximum sum. Now what we need to do is, we have inner sums. Inner sums is like 8, we are able to calculate 7, 9, 6. So how we can figure out, if we have a print statement, it will print all that. But how we'll make sure what to return? Right now we don't know. We know like we are able to calculate the sum at every point. How we will define that? So here, if I go in my, here my decision maker should be if my maximum sum, okay, if it is less than inner sum, Then what we will do is maximum sum, we will assign inner sum. Simple enough. And I'll go here and I'll make sure I am returning maximum sum. So what we did quickly, we have two loops. First loop goes to array count minus size, and other one count outer index, which will be 0 initially and plus size. So if I run now this problem, it should give me result 9. So let's quickly think if we can think of any other example. So say like I'll say 2 1, but this time let me change the size. So in this case, what should be the maximum sum? 2 plus 1 is 3, 5 plus 1 is 6, 5 plus 1 is 6, correct? 1 plus 3 is 4 and 3 plus 2 is 5. So basically if I run this problem, here the size is being changed. So it should give me 6 as an output. Okay. Now we will work on better way how we can, better version of this algorithm. We'll solve the same problem. We'll talk about the time complexity, what our algorithm is taking, and we'll go to the next problem and then talk about the time complexity that algorithm is taking. Okay.